Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. So as you can see, Evan is back here working on some stuff. We've had this kind of duvetine set up for a while. There's been like a studio space back there and just some other stuff that we've been working on. And it's been taking up a lot of room, to be honest. So we're taking it down. So that's step one of what's most likely going to be a pretty big weekend project. I know if you're part of our Discord, Paul accidentally spoiled it, and we are doing a little bit of renovation to the garage. So we are working on adding a drop ceiling and maybe a kind of a more complete studio space for the YouTube channel. So that's kind of our plan for this weekend. And I also decided we should probably record it and show you guys, since no one else was. Yeah.
Here we have these big long pieces of fabric that we have been using for the back of our studio for quite some time. But since we are going to be redoing the whole back of the studio, we're folding these up and they're going back to storage. Something else that we managed to do was, I don't know if you guys are aware of the corner, but over here there used to be a huge corner that went out to probably about where that ladder is. And that corner has been obliterated, shrunken down, and disassembled.
Hold on, I don't have the room here. Oh, wow. So we're taking a quick dinner break, but as you can kind of see, all of the pipe and base that was up here along with the duvetine is all taken down. You can see all the pipes down here and the duvetine in their bags. So now I move on to clearing out the back area back there and starting to work on taking some of the stuff down from up top.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a rug race here as they are attempting to fold this rug. It's a very interesting race because they have to remain synchronized. There's really no other sport quite like this.
Synchronized swimming?
No, that's not a sport.
All right, here we are at the end of day one. We're bringing everything back in now that was stuck outside. So essentially what we did is we took out what we could from this side of the store. Currently our store is still open. So tomorrow we're gonna finish fulfilling orders over here. And then what we're gonna do before we get really dirty is cover all this stuff up with plastic and stuff. So once we go up in the rafters and really start moving things around and adding a few more beams to support the ceiling, we will then, we'll be able to not have dust and stuff getting all over all our pieces over here. So that's the plan. Everything's coming back in now though. I'm gonna call it a night, and then tomorrow we're gonna continue. Tomorrow's plan is to, one, we gotta pack the orders, obviously, we'll finish that. And then our goal is to start supporting the ceiling a little bit. So some of these ceiling rafters are a little bit weak, so we're gonna re-support them or restructure them, or I don't even know the word, but like support them a little bit more, put another beam up there with it so that the drop ceiling we're putting in doesn't take up way too much weight of this and then potentially be dangerous or something in here. So doing that, that's tomorrow's plan. And then, yeah, we will be back tomorrow. All right, so here we are on day two. We're finishing up the mattresses here. They're going in mattress bags, so they hopefully won't get ruined or anything, and then they're going out of here. So we're revealing this back wall now. We have the back wall revealed, and that's gonna be part of the process of drywalling that back wall where you see all those beams there. But today's primary goal is to start the ceiling. We're gonna go up and try to reinforce a few of the beams on the ceiling today, and we'll see how much of that we get done. But that's gonna be a pain. That's gonna be a terrible process. But first, before we start doing stuff in the ceiling, I'm gonna start covering these with plastic so no dust or anything gets on those. Yeah, welcome to day two. Alrighty, so here we are. It's about lunchtime, so we're gonna call it a quits for a few minutes here and take a break and have some lunch. But Paul took all the siding off of this wall, so it's pretty much ready to have drywall go up. I've got a few more wires we got to take down real quick, and then a few nails to clean up and stuff like here. And then we can put drywall up there. We're not going to insulate the wall because the garage door isn't insulated, so it wouldn't really do a ton. And then we took all the lights down as well, so the top's much more clear, and we're going to do a few more of those support beams, the extra ones that we did. We're going to put them in here as well. And that's the plan, but we're going to have lunch first and then and get all this out of here and do some more beams on the ceiling today. So what we did is, all this is down now. I can't remember if we said that or not. What we ended up doing was putting up some extra beams up here that are gonna add some extra support to the garage for the drop ceiling, so there's not too much weight up there. We also added some electrical that'll run across to something else, and then we have some extra outlets down here. Now, as opposed to, we only had one outlet on the wall in that box there, so we're figuring out, or finishing the electrical. That box now doesn't have any outlet on it, and we have these two down here, which is much more convenient than having to plug something in over there. We also now have an outlet up there as well, so the garage door can run off that, as opposed to running an extension cord all the way down to this box here. So now it is time for drywall. Since the electrical is pretty much all done, just got to wrap a few things up, and then we'll go ahead and put the drywall up. Okay, so we're pretty much done here with day 3. We've moved a lot of the stuff back in because it's getting pretty dark now, and the problem is we don't actually have any lights yet. So essentially what we did was I'll give you as much of an update as I can here in the dark. Up there we have a power box that was there, but we added plugs to it. It just had a circuit that went through it in the junction box, but there was nothing there. We had all the electrical run down to a box that was here. And there were 4 plugs right here, and that was it. That was the whole power for the entire garage. So what we did, so obviously we shut off the circuit, ran some extra power. So now we have power down here. So we have a plug there, 2 plugs there, and then another plug down here. You can't really see it, somewhere over there, as well as Ethernet that runs from down here, or to down here for the router, as well as a plug up there for the TV, so that'll be behind the TV. And then we have the router, which is now mounted up there, which has Ethernet that runs up there to down where the computer will be, as well as behind the TV. And then up there, we also have another plug, as well as a plug that we stuck up here for the garage door specifically. And then we also added a plug over here. So all this stuff used to be powered, or it was powered at one point by an extension cord that ran around the garage to that thing. But now we've run power down through the wall, and there is a port somewhere down here. There it is. So there's a port down there as well. So we have power throughout the garage now. Obviously no additional actual like physical power or anything. It's still a 15 amp circuit. But we do have more plugs now, which is exciting. So there won't be cables running everywhere. The cables that we all were hanging down from the ceiling, all the ceiling is down, or not down, but most of the cables except that orange extension cord, which I'll have to take down. That was powering the garage door before we added this plug here. That's now can be taken down. And then we put up one piece of drywall. And the time-lapse got really dark, so I don't think we'll be able to see that in a time-lapse, but one piece of drywall's up. We're going to put one more up there, and then that'll be it for the night, I think, because we're pretty much out of light here, and I don't want to have to cut all the drywall around the window and stuff right now. But, yeah, this just wraps up day 3. Very productive day. I don't know if I mentioned it or not. I can't remember. We also added some extra beams across. Those are screwed in, or nailed in, every like 4 inches all the way across, 20-foot. 2x4s, and then some extra pieces at the end there across 4 beams, so that'll be holding up the drop ceiling as well. You can't actually see much of it unless you're kind of looking at it this direction. You can see all the newer wood and stuff. So that went up. That took a long time, obviously, but then we got one piece of drywall up. We'll probably have a second up tonight, and that will be it for day 3. And then we'll be on to day 4, and hopefully day 4 we'll finish all the drywall, put the putty on, and have our BrickLink store pretty much back and open, so at least we're not doing active construction in here, so that can be open and selling things. So yeah, here's the end of today. All right, welcome to day 4. So today we're going to be finished. Well, I'm the only one here at the moment, but we're going to be finished putting up the drywall around the window, and then hopefully tape all the seams and stuff, and hopefully let that dry. Maybe sand that this afternoon and prime the new wall this afternoon. We'll see on that if that ends up happening. And then we're gonna get started on putting up the frame for the drop ceiling. But the biggest focus today is finish the drywall so that we're able to sand and get all that stuff done so our store can be reopened. We actually had to delay the reopening one day. So today is Monday, so it won't be open today, but it should be open tomorrow on Tuesday so that we can start getting orders back out and stuff. I just didn't want to like sand and have everything going on. There's a leaf blower outside, sorry for that sound. I didn't want to have everything going on with the store kind of packaged up or unpackaged. I didn't want wood and all that kind of stuff getting in there and sawdust and stuff. So store's closed for one more day, unfortunately, here on Monday. Is today Monday? Today's Monday, yeah. Maybe it's is it day 4? Day 4? Today's day 4, I think. I don't even know what day it is. Anyway, yeah, here we go. Let's finish this drywall. Alrighty, so the drywall is all up now. I framed around the window and everything, so it's pretty much ready to, you know, we're gonna tape all the seams and then put the mud or whatever you call it, the joint compound or whatever on top of it. So I'll show you a little bit here. I don't remember if it's been so many days, I don't know what I've done, but we added more plugs like I mentioned. A plug down there and a plug down there. And then down here, we'll have a plate that'll have 2 Ethernet jacks that'll come out of here, and then as well as an HDMI. So this HDMI will run up here to our TV, so we won't have any wires hanging up. We got an HDMI and an Ethernet up here, as well as power for the TV, which will be up there. And then I think I showed the router up there, but all the drywall is pretty much in place. I got to tape all the seams now. I'm gonna put drywall on this wall. I want to cover up that side, but I haven't done that yet. I'll probably do that because I have to move some, like the garage door button clicker and stuff. I'll have to move that around, but I'll do that maybe after I do the mud and stuff here. It's getting, well, it's not late yet. It's dark, but it's not late. But I think that'll be my plan. I'm going to finish all the mud and stuff on the wall, seal these seams up. That might be it for the night, unfortunately. I feel like this video might have to be 2 sections, 2 parts. This might be a 2-part thing coming out. We'll see. Who knows? But yeah, here we are with drywall. I'm going to do all the stuff now and repair all the rips and stuff that I made when I was trying to cut it. I screwed that bottom part up, but the rest of it's pretty clean. Yeah, so here we go. Let's put some stuff on the walls. And there we go. I've taped all the seams and put the stuff all over the screw holes and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to call it a night now. I'm not actually going to get that drywall up there, but just like every project, this one ended up turning him from a weekend project into what will end up being a week-long project. But hopefully I'll finish, you know, some of the sanding and put another layer of the joint compound or whatever you call it on the thing, and do a couple more layers of that and be done tomorrow so we can have our store back open, because currently it still has all the plastic wrap over it, apparently, except for that part, which I guess started to blow away. You know, to protect the Legos. So yeah, this is the wall at the moment. It's gonna look much nicer. I do need to, yeah, I'll finish that corner actually, and then I will call it a night. But yeah, done with day, again, I don't even know what day this is. Done with today.